Interesting conversation off air, y'all. Just heard brand new music from Black Milk with True Lies, and the latest from Big Teasy with Facts. It's the Urban Suite, KMOD, My Snap Radio, D Major, Cheryl Metal, Leon, and Trey here.
Picking up both of them. You just keep it in the middle.
So the first weekend numbers have been amazing for Black Panther.
Second weekend numbers were great too.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Because they said it barely came down. So they're I mean, was it trending like they did like what is it, like 400 million like between the first two weekends or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
And so then like they're looking at now grossing let's see, that was domestically, internationally, they're trending at like 300 million or something like that.
Yeah.
And so they're saying like possibly within like the next week they could hit $1 billion.
Easily.
Yeah. And that's the low end. That's the low end because they're saying that the high end of nothing catastrophic happening in any other countries or whatever, the high end could be like 1.15.
Wow.
And that's amazing. We are now, what is it, the second highest grossing film or something like that? Something ridiculous. I say we like we had something to do with this.
Right.
But that's what it feels like. That's what it really feels like.
Exactly.
We all had a part of this. Like I didn't have stock in Disney. I need stock in Disney.
Right. And one of the things that really tripped me out was I found out that just in the numbers so far, it has eclipsed at least I think 9 or 10 seriously classic movies. Like they're grossing, like they're all, but not just their opening numbers, but their all-time grossing potential.
Yeah.
Like it is outgrossed Citizen Kane.
Damn.
It has outgrossed Patton. It has outgrossed what's it called? Another movie that's like essentially in the history books of being one of the top movies of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean just in its opening, it's had this type of outpouring. So I mean get out of here. Like it's a money machine, and it's funny. And yes, he's eating his words all the way to the bank. But
Feige.
The head guy from
Kevin
Marvel,
Feige.
Kevin Feige or Feige or Feige or Feige, whatever his name is.
Him.
Yes, him. He said at one point that he could not do a Black Panther movie because putting Wakanda on screen was impossible. Now, as my boy Trey has said, you mean to tell me that George Lucas put outer space and multiple planets on a screen, but you can't come up with one highly advanced, technologically leading African nation.
Right.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do better. Like you're the leaders. You're the leaders in creative thought.
Yeah.
Like Marvel Comics said they could not imagine something. Like what? Come on, man. Miss me with that. Look, come on, son.
Exactly.
So you guys are looking to send more kids to see the film?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So with this one we sent it was over 80. Our push was 100. We got to 80.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a lot of fun. And part of the push now is looking into doing something bigger.
Yeah.
And so the initial thought is like what can we do? How soon can we do another viewing? Because there's other kids that still haven't seen it, and even if there are kids that have seen it, see it again. You might have missed something.
Right.
You might have it might now dawn on you like there's that scene where M'Baku he talks about feeding them to his kids.
Right.
Like you don't notice until the second time because you laughed so hard the first time that he snorts in the middle of saying that joke because he tickled himself so much, and it becomes that much more funnier to you.
Right.
And so I mean there's nuance, and I say nuance and just random, but there's nuance in storyline too, and aspects of just the looks that they give each other sometimes, where you understand a little bit more about the relationships that are happening between the characters. And opportunity to really press it. You can't say that every single interaction. People talk about what was the defining moment kind of thing, right?
Right.
And you can't always say that just okay, the first time I saw Black Panther it changed my life. Hey, it might be the second time you see Black Panther, but digress. The point is that there's other kids that need to see this. There's other people that need to see this, and with that, it's there's an opportunity for more.
Right.
And right now we're still raising funds. We had budget for the first event. It's going to allow us to also give a nice donation to the Boys and Girls Club.
Right.
The primary focus that we had with supporting them was they're sending teen delegates to the national conference, and so they're raising money for that. And so basically, it was one of those, okay, what's the tie-in? Yes, we want to just send we want to send kids to the movie, but at the end of the day, the idea was whatever was left over was either going to more showings or it was going to the Boys and Girls Club. So we exceeded both of those initially. So,
Yes.
So thank God, that was great. Thank you. That was from his hard work. Also some surprises of just random individuals that were just generous. I had random friends that I was just kind of like, word, like you gave how much? Like oh my God.
Yeah, like I even hit up friends in Houston. They aren't even in San Antonio.
Yeah.
And I remember my shout out to my boy Leonard Jefferson, who's in the Navy, man. Leonard shot us, like $300.
Word.
My boy John does real estate in Houston. John Jenkins, shout out to John Jenkins. He gave us like another like $350, $400 too. So
Man.
I mean, like they saw how important this is. They knew what we were doing. They knew what this was about. So they donated, and it's just awesome. It really is. But like Trey said, we definitely are pushing for another screening. We're definitely trying to build funds, and we still need help. I mean, even though we've done a lot, a lot of this stuff on our own, and we've reached out to people on our own, we still need help. We still need the community to rally around these kids, so that way they can they can experience the representation.
Cool. So what can people do to help you guys out?
All right, so the GoFundMe stuff better than I do, so
Okay.
go ahead and do
So
that.
the website is www.gofundme.com / Black Panther Challenge /San Antonio. That's the website. With that, there's other little things. So one of the big things that we pushed for in this event was that we didn't want it to just be like, okay, we're just gonna send a bunch of kids to the movies. Maybe give them some popcorn and some drinks and just have them sit there. When we talk about all the things about having them, giving them headdresses, giving them sashes, incorporating some of the the other things, giveaways and stuff like that to it. It's you want them to come away from the movie and going like, I remember when I saw Black Panther. I remember all this stuff. You have the wristbands. The wristbands like, hey, that might last a while, right? Hopefully that's gonna, the silicone wristband that they remember. Like, hey, I saw Black Panther. Yeah, man, I went to this dope showing, and they had stuff there, and then they had, one of the things we had purple carpet, of course, representation of royalty. Got that idea from, I knew about it, but I got the idea from Munira Small, who did it with the Daily Dish with the Diva, and when she did her showing, and so it was like, where'd you get that? She's like, Purple Runner, get it. And so I did, and she even came through and helped us out. With it. She gave a greeting in Xhosa, the South African language that they use throughout the movie, and so she actually stood there with the kids, and she greeted them in Xhosa, clicks and everything, and that was really dope. And so giving that cultural element, giving the memorable elements of things that you can take with you. That's what we're pushing to do. Right. That way, it's an unforgettable time. Yeah. And they can look back on that and be like, this was that
we'll
moment.
bring
And then
you
of course
live in
be
5
blown away by the
minutes.
movie.
Just stay right there.
Of course. Man.
So the website again, where people can
GoFundMe.com / Black Panther Challenge /San Antonio.
Okay. And we are going to make sure we have this information posted on our Urban Suite Facebook page.
Yep.
So if you need
Thank you.
that information, you just click there and go to the site and help out.
And shout out to the No Name crew who came through in the clutch,
Yes.
because this was something that again, labor of love. There was a lot of planning in the background, but the execution was beautiful. And that's from a select group of individuals that we call them the No Name crew. That's what they've gone by for forever. But they made it happen. The stations. They also did the face painting, so you can see the characters with the dot. And if you don't mind, we did actually create a create an Instagram page. So
Okay.
we had photographers there, and so like there's one. So there's a really cool photo where the sister, like, she's just kind of wilding out. She's being goofy, which is like a dope. She's having fun, you know. But then there's another one where our friend Deanna, she was kind of responsible for the face painting stations, where she did this young lady's face, and she was showing her in the mirror, the hand mirror, like, this is what you look like, and she had like the biggest smile on her face, like it was one of those, like, she knew she was beautiful, and it was just like, we put that on there. And I was like, yeah, this is why. This is why.
Right.
It's right
Exactly.
here. This is why.
Exactly. Yeah, and then another thing that I just loved was, while they were, because it wasn't just, one person doing the exact same patterns of face paint or whatever. We actually had a little bit of history behind each tribal marking, for the face painting. So they also learned a little bit about where those particular markings came from, and they got a chance to essentially pick their tribe, and that was a cool experience for a lot of kids. So yeah. We'll also do it for the Boys and Girls Club too, because a lot of those kids, they don't have a lot. They don't necessarily come from the greatest home life. You know what I mean? For just a brief moment, they could be a warrior or a king, and someone to be looked upon as positive, and that's a powerful thing.
That is a powerful thing. Gentlemen, thank you so much. We've definitely posted this information on the Urban Suite Facebook page.
Thank you.
If you love kids and you love this movie, please support. This is a great thing for everyone, not just San Antonio, but I'm speechless right now.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
And thank you, everybody, for definitely having us out and providing us a vehicle to do this again. Because this is such a beautiful thing that we're doing, and it's because of everybody out there that's donating and talking about it and keeping it going. That's keeping us going. So everybody, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. And the door's always open if you guys need anything. So feel free to hit us up.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Hey, y'all, stay tuned. We got more coming up in the next hour. So do not go anywhere. The second hour of the Urban Suite is coming up